We talk a lot about body positivity in the real world. Different shapes, different bodies, different realities. But something strange happens when we move into the digital world. Suddenly, everyone looks like a fashion model again. That's something I ran into while making my short film Exit. The film is dark, surreal, and has no dialogue. It's also personal. It comes from a broken relationship. It's an allegory about a couple facing life-changing choices inside this big, cold, vertical tunnel. Around them, there's this continuous stream of bodies. Dark, anonymous masses of people. It represents society. But beauty standards don't represent society. So what should humans even look like in a place like this? A metaphor for life. In my short movie Exit, people aren't born, they just exist. We started to think about the character's wardrobe. Giving them all different kinds wasn't the solution. Clothes anchor people in a culture, a class, a backstory. So I gave them something as anonymous as possible. I tried wet fabric, torn desert outfits, rags. Suddenly, the characters became tribal, poor, survivors. And that wasn't the point. All clothes gave unwanted meaning. So, eventually, everything had to go. The characters became more and more naked. And then I pushed it further. If they are not born, why would they have belly buttons? Why nipples? Why genitals? At first, I invented these neutral pale, naked figures without any gender details, mannequin-like bodies. Too alien. I really wanted the audience to feel empathy. And then it kind of clicked. If I want these figures to feel as human as possible, why not just use actual humans? All of them, real bodies, with nipples, belly buttons, genitals. Wouldn't normal suddenly feel bold, maybe even daring, especially in 3D, where you almost never see this? So, I needed real 3D humans, unconventional bodies, all shapes and sizes, and naked. The internet is full of 3D human figures, right? Yeah, but no. There are thousands out there, but everyone looks like a digital ideal. Too perfect, too polished, too plastic. I got completely stuck trying to find realistic 3D bodies, and for that, I need people with butts, bellies, thighs, boobs, and all shapes and sizes. No zombies, no Buddhas, no extremes. At one point, I even looked in a 3D porn world. Yes, that's a thing. I needed penises for this project. But I gave up fast. I only found big-breasted women and men with willies the size of a baby's arm. I'm not against beauty, I'm against the only version of beauty we are allowed to see. I wanted the crowd to look like us, not like an ideal, not like a fantasy. So I started looking somewhere unexpected. Here's the weird part. We live in a world where software can create bodies, but we refuse to let it do what God did. You know, make us in our own image. This is a short movie, so I need cheap solutions. At first, I tried building people with flat breasts or bellies in character software. But the moment you step outside beauty standards, everything breaks. Bodies turn into weird angles and corners no human actually has. It is astounding to see how difficult it is to make a real teardrop shape of a breast. 3 years ago, and still today. Maybe I'm not skilled enough, or maybe I'm pushing the software beyond what it's designed for. Okay, next idea. 3D scans. Companies like 3D Scan Store do incredible work. They offer real humans in 3D. They do have scans of people beyond beauty standards, but they're rare. I found 5 or 6 usable ones. I needed 30. Could AI have been a solution? Even if it could generate 3D bodies, and maybe it already can, I don't think it would solve the problem. AI only reproduces what it's fed, and what it's fed is Barbies and studs. On top of that, it's proved. So again, where do you find real bodies? The only real solution was to scan real people. A person needs to stand in a circle of about 100 cameras, they all flash at the same time, and a computer stitches everything into a 3D model. It's not that simple, of course, but that's the idea. I needed to do it cheaply, so I convinced 30 friends to participate. My offer was classic, a beer and some candy, but that's also the reason the current scans come from the specific group, mostly white and over 40, which is partly limitation, partly intention. I'm not turning this into a tech tutorial, but in short, I meta-humanized the scans. Metahumans are highly realistic digital humans created in Unreal Engine, with built-in rigs for animation. Like a proper Frankenstein, I placed already made metahuman heads, hands and feet onto the scanned bodies. I extracted 8 penises that I could reuse across all the male characters. How well do you really want to know your friends, right? I added detailed textures and animated everything using motion capture. Suddenly, the crowd looked like actual society. Different bodies, different shapes, real people. This only works because I forced it, and I can't share these bodies in any accessible way. They were never meant to be distributed, so the next person trying to do this will hit the exact same wall again. I didn't solve the problem, I just worked around it. Body positivity doesn't exist in 3D, not yet.